next guest is an Oscar-nominated director, and he's behind the new hit TV show that has audiences hooked.
We're talking Empire, of course. And here to tell us all about the incredible success of the series is co-creator and executive producer Lee Daniels.
Lee.
Welcome to Rise Entertainment.
Sharon, hi.
Good to see you, and big congratulations. Every single time I see you, congratulations are in order.
It's
And
crazy.
again, the success of this show, every episode, the ratings have increased.
Right.
Of course, we know you for your movies, The Butler, Precious, and more, so I bet you're glad you made the transition to television on this one.
It was an interesting transition. I wanted to stretch my artist.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd done so many movies, and I was like, oh, what's new? It was it theater or TV? And I figured there was more money in TV.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I got
Money
2 kids.
talks.
Yeah. So,
Well,
yeah.
Well, there are rumors out there that, I think we've seen the show enough now. Everybody wants to know who is who. So there are rumors that you're capturing someone in the hip-hop industry, a mogul that we know. Is it someone specific, or is it a
No.
composite?
You know what? It's so funny. I was with Jay-Z not long ago, and everyone asks me, is it his story? And it's not his story. It's a little bit of it's a lot of bit of me.
Yeah.
A lot of bit of Barry Gordy.
Yes.
A lot of bit of Joe Kennedy.
Okay.
I love the
You know.
Who's Diana Ross line from that first step. Who's Diana Ross? As you're trying to express to the
Yeah.
hip-hop players,
Get
what's
a
going
clue.
Of course,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Mother
they
has
don't know who
arrived.
she is, yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Dynasty, I heard, as
A
well.
lot of bit of Dynasty.
Yeah.
I grew up on that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, and I thought that it was important to. We have not seen black people with money, and how they connect,
Yeah.
and what happens, and what they wear, what are they wearing, what are they listening to, what's the artwork on their wall. What we're not just impoverished.
That's
there
right.
are those, and we come from a place of poverty too. For most of us, if we're not from the projects, we're a generation away from the projects. For most situations.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
it's a hybrid of worlds meeting.
Yeah. Well, we have to talk about the last episode, Lucius and Cookie. Hook
Which
up.
one?
They hook up.
Oh, yeah.
Lucius
Yeah,
and
I
Cookie
guess
are hooked up.
Listen, I'm so in the bubble. Listen,
Oh,
I'm
you don't even know which
You're
one
I'm so
it is.
I'm just like
You're in
stitching.
season 2.
I got my stitching pad out. I'm stitching away. The next
You're like, what happened
Yeah,
last
right.
episode? They
So
hooked
Anika
up.
has discovered Lucius
Right.
and
Woo.
Cookie
She
in the
walks
bed.
in.
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything at that point in
Yeah.
time, but this episode,
I mean,
expect is going to be crazy,
I
right?
think that it's going to
On
be
Wednesday.
And the ALS apparently didn't take away his ability to perform.
Prowess.
We're having such. I don't know what's more exciting. I got to say, I don't know what's more exciting, that I'm able to tell my story.
Yeah.
Or whether I'm able to hire blacks in decision-making positions as directors, as writers.
Yeah.
This is
and you
a
switch
first.
up the director pretty much
Yeah.
every
And let's
episode,
talk.
don't
Let's
you?
name some of those directors. Debbie Allen, I'm
Yes.
hearing, and what?
John
Martin-
Singleton.
John Singleton.
Nara Van
Did
Peebles.
Hustle and Flow, so he worked with Terrence
Yes,
and Taraji
Anthony
before.
Hemingway. I mean, the list is.
And you.
Yeah, I directed the first 2.
Yes.
It's just so exciting. We're at a different place. I was with Spike Lee doing a documentary about Michael Jackson, and he said to me,
Bad, which is on Bad, right? Is it the documentary on Bad?
I think so. Is that
Yeah.
what he's directing? Yeah. So I'm interviewing him, and he's interviewing me, and he says, "Do you realize you're changing television?" Now, keep in mind, Sharon, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm in the bubble. I don't get out of the bubble unless I come up here for a quick minute. So I don't
Yeah.
really know the effect that has happened on it. And people start talking about ratings, and I'm not from TV, so I don't really know about ratings.
Yeah.
You know, I know about the work.
Yes.
Is the work good? Is the work good? That's all. And so he says to me, "You're changing it." I thought it was the first time that I sort of accepted it
Yeah.
and understood it, because it came from Spike, who is so important to me
Yes.
as a filmmaker. And then I got nervous. Oh Lord, the ball.
When
We
I
can't
saw
drop the
you-
ball.
Yeah.
You seemed a little nervous when I saw you at the screening
Yeah.
of the first episode.
I am. I'm always nervous. It's never good enough. I always get you. Yes, and
I-
I always. I get so
We'll
nervous.
go back, yeah.
And now, I used to throw up before every premiere
Yeah.
of anything that I've done, from theater to film, and but this was really like the tsunami, because
Yes.
so many people do you know that it's like a $200 million weekend
Yeah.
every Wednesday.
Right.
It's crazy.
incredible. It's
Put it in numbers.
crazy.
But you know what? It's like a wedding. It's not. It's like, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. These cast members are people with whom you have worked for years in film. So many of your players are kind of from your your Rolodex. How does that feel? Like, what does that make for kind of building chemistry on your set?
I thought it was really, for me, it was important that, I think that's what makes it so special. You know, we're dealing with auteurs. We're dealing with people that, like, I didn't think Terrence was going. I heard y'all earlier talking about
Wesley
Wesley
Snipes.
Snipes.
Is it
Is that
true?
true?
Was Wesley being considered?
And then Taraji's
Y'all
like, no,
always
stop
start
it,
that.
Terrence. Is there any truth to that?
A little bit, but what happened was that Taraji, I was talking to both Wesley and Taraji, and I'm talking to Terrence about a movie. I didn't think Terrence was going to do film, you know, and so I'm talking
Or to do TV.
TV
yeah.
rather.
Right.
And so I'm talking to Taraji and Wesley, and Wesley's like, he's like still trying to figure it out, you know. And Taraji said, and I told Taraji, I said, you know, I'm talking to Wes, and he says, well, talk to Terrence. And I was like, well, wait a minute, you need to get the job first before you can tell me who to talk to.
Okay.
And
She
then,
knew she had it.
oh, clearly, because I went home and said, only someone that didn't have the job would order me around.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
That's
yeah,
right.
and that's Cookie.
Yeah.
And that is Cookie for sure.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
You have taken great care to embrace the difficult subject of homophobia
Yeah.
in the African American
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
I know that's a personal story. Can you talk about your
Yeah.
decision to go there?
Yeah, because some of what
Well,
happened
let me
to
tell
you
you
in your
something.
real life
I gotta tell you something
is
really
reflected.
crazy. Something happened to me. I posted a picture on Instagram recently of my partner, and I've been away for such a while, and I was so anxious to come home to see him. So it's a sort of a suggestive, provocative pose, and I got so much hate mail from the Instagram that
Oh my goodness.
I was like, you know, I don't care. I was going
Yeah.
to stand up, but then I realized every Thursday my mother checks her Instagrams and she would look at it, so I was forced to take it down. And I thought to myself, this is what this show is about. The show is about equality. For so many years, African Americans were treated so poorly, and so I think that this movement is the new civil rights movement of our generation, of our time.
Yeah.
And I was sort of pissed off that I had to go into the closet again just so that I could avoid my mother the pain of seeing all the negative feedback, because it was so much negative feedback that it was embarrassing. And I wonder, we got such a long way to go, you
There's
know?
a lot of homophobia out there. And when
But
you
it's
scream
only for
the-
people. It's only for people that are insecure about their own sexuality.
Yes.
Right.
My friends, my straight guys are my best friends
Yeah.
are terminally heterosexual
Yeah.
and are so comfortable with me.
They celebrate
from
all that
Denzel
you are.
Washington to Lenny Kravitz to Robert De Niro. These are dudes.
Yeah.
And they're comfortable in and they're my best friends, and they're comfortable in their manhood. So it's only
Yeah.
punks that that don't understand.
who are hiding behind
They're hiding-
computers.
who
Right.
may be
Hiding
who
behind
may be
their
who may be on the
smartphones.
DL for all we know.
Well,
Exactly.
for all we
No,
know, Al protesteth most.
Yes,
Up
you know?
in here.
Anyway.
We got to talk about the music.
Okay.
Timbaland has done an amazing job. I know you said you didn't want to be responsible for the music
Right.
because your taste is a little outdated. I think that's how you described it. So what do you think about the hip hop music and the R&B that's
Loving
being made
it.
for?
Ask me
yeah.
any questions, I know it all.
So
I mean,
you
I-
listen to this
Oh,
as
yeah.
well, like
Oh, but I didn't listen to it.
Yeah.
You know, as I said earlier, I didn't know who Puffy was when I cast him for Monsters Ball.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
didn't know who Mos Def was when I cast him for Monsters Ball.
You didn't know?
No, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like, you know,
Can you- but
I'm
as-
like Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross, that thing, you know, that thing right there, and then
Yeah.
it sort of just like ends.
Yes.
You know, for me with music. But my kids knew about Timberland.
Yes.
And said, Dad. Well, the first of all, they said you couldn't do it. You can't do this
they
show.
said that you can't.
Are you? They knew I couldn't, you know. And it was to make
And
me
you
question
listened to
myself.
them,
And,
yeah.
and they said you need to hook up with somebody that's like, you know, like there. I go, who's there?
Yes.
And they said Timberland. I said okay. So give me his. I got his number and I called him. He knew who I was, which was great. I didn't know who he was. And then I told him the story. In 24 hours, he came back to me with some music that was, I mean. And I said,
That was it.
Oh
And,
yeah.
and it all
and now I'm
feels
down.
different. It
Now
all
I'm
does,
down.
and it does
Yeah.
different things. It really is another character. Your music
Yeah,
is another
it
character.
is.
My viewers want to know where they can get this music. Like, is there going to be a collection?
It's
Yes, there's
downloadable, isn't it?
It's downloadable as iTunes, and I think too that there's a. Oh, Sharon, you look so good. You always look
Oh,
so good.
thank you. So do you.
She's gorgeous.
Isn't she gorgeous?
I love this every day.
Lee,
I had to take a minute. What was I saying? Oh yeah, download. And also, you can. I think that they're doing a soundtrack of sorts.
So
Yeah.
a great soundtrack with everything all together.
And a
That's
lot
great.
of celebs are starring in the show. The guest appearances, cameos.
It's crazy.
Naomi Campbell.
It's crazy.
Rita Ora
Yeah.
is coming up.
Rita Ora.
Estelle.
And we got
I'm not going to
Estelle,
ask you because
Patti
you don't know. You
LaBelle
probably
is
don't
coming.
even know who.
I mean, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's like, and what's so great about it is that I didn't know that I just wanted to tell my story. And I think that when you just tell I think that America, the world, media, the media and production companies, studios, always underestimate the intelligence of what we all want to see.
That's right.
And I just say, forget what you think we want to see. I'm going to show you what I want to see.
Yes.
And I want to see Empire.
Yeah. Now
Have
we're
you
running
begun
out.
to work on season 2?
Yeah. I just
begun to work on it
well, I'm
already.
caught up in Pryor. I'm doing Richard Pryor. So I got one foot in Pryor. Well, almost like half my body's in Pryor, and half of it is beginning to formulate and bubble. Trying to figure out where we are with
Season 2.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Yeah.
And of course, we can watch the rest of season 1 every Wednesday, 9 p.m. on Fox.
That's right. Lee
The whole
Daniels,
world will be tuned in this Wednesday.
we love you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again, and thank you for being here.
I'm excited to be here.
You're watching Rise Entertainment 360, and we'll be right back.
Oh, that was great.